Peace to everybody that's home and abroad. And just peace to people that watch this video and understand where I'm coming from. In this life, a lot of us feel that we know everything. Even if you know what you're talking about, people don't give you the benefit of your duty as a human. Trying to expose the world at large. Trying to, explain to them why the things isn't as it appears. You might say to somebody, white people this or white people that. But we're not really talking about the root cause of these things or the main issue as to why the world is the way it is. Some people, get mad at you if you say the earth is flat. Some people get mad at you if you say white people rule the world. Some people get mad at you if you say the Illuminati doesn't rule the world. And I think it's messes with their programming. They call it cognitive dissonance, where all your life you're growing up, you believe that Jesus died for the whole world's sins. But you're allowed to continue doing whatever you want. That's a program. That's a program. Or that you could do whatever you want for 6 days and you just repent on a Sunday and everything is forgiven. That's a programming. It's not actual reality, man, or way to grow as what you truly are. This right here, skin, the meat, the bones, is called flesh, which everybody knows. But it houses the actual you, the one that says, when I say the actual you, the one that says in their mind, who is he talking about? You might have said it out loud. Some people might have said it in their head. The you that says turn left here without your mouth actually speaking it into existence. Or the one that says, where am I going? Or, man, today was a shitty day. The one that pay attention. The one that's inside you pays attention more than the actual flesh that you see through. And we were told that there is no you within you. The one that may be depressed, may hate his parents, may argue with people because they think that they're the realest nigga on the block or the realest bitch, or they don't approve of poor people, or they don't approve of black people, or they don't. This is the programming that's within you that you was taught. This is called identity, right? The flesh takes upon identity. The spirit follows that. Instead of this, you following the spirit, the spirit follows the flesh, and that is what confuses a lot of people. The spirit and the flesh must become one. That is a hard thing to do. But it's kind of like the Matrix when Neo was sleeping and then he wakes up and then he's seeing follow the rabbit. And then he's seeing the rabbit all over. But the rabbit had nothing to do with the type of rabbit that he thought he would see, like a real rabbit. Seen a tattoo of a rabbit, somebody named Rabbit. That's how the spiritual world actually works. They make religions and God feel obsolete. They say God isn't real because he's not tangible, because he doesn't interfere with innocent people's lives that die, babies that die, because God doesn't interfere with that. You know why God doesn't interfere with those things? Because one, it could. These are hypothetical answers, and they're also educated guess answers, because I've studied the spiritual world through philosophies, and I've got a good grasp on the different gods that there are and the different beings that interact with mankind in the invisible, anywhere from demons and angels. But the reason God doesn't stop those type of things, or the true living God, the one that created all, the reason he doesn't stop those type of things is, one, is because that person has been here before, all right? And he probably did something in another life where it was permitted for him not to see this life. Two, God knows that there's another existence outside of this flesh. Three, it's based off of you not knowing who God truly is, and you allowing your ignorance of reality, of the true ability of God, supersede who you truly are. And that affects you in many ways than you can comprehend. A lot of people will say Christ isn't real, or that he is real, or God isn't real. And that is because those that rule the world, right? You say, oh, white people or Japhet, whatever. But we all can see who rules the world. They on the TVs, they on movies, they run the governments, they own the radio stations, they own the TV stations, they own the music industries, they own the planes, they own the car industries, they own the shoe industries, they own the clothing industries. These are people that actually run the world. And because I tell you that they run the world and you don't believe that, doesn't mean it's not true. It just means you're using your ignorance not to see what's plainly in front of you. It's plainly in front of you. You just never thought of it or chose to comprehend it. Comprehend it means to recognize it. We go to school and we get these educations, and these educations are systems of how to conduct yourself in this world of mindless, drone operated slaves. Go get a job, get a house, have children, work till you're 60, 70, 80, then live the remaining of your years. Constantly on the news, they're saying pensions and retirement is dwindling. There's no money in it. So if there's no money in it, do you think you'll be able to retire? Majority of you. No, you're going to work until you die. That's what that means. They're constantly figuring ways to make you a slave. And a lot of us aren't trying to fight that. We're trying to be a part of it. We're trying to be a good one instead of trying to release ourselves from it and allow the spirit of what is within provide our vision of the future. I could tell you who runs the world through the powers of the beings that control the world now. This being controlled the world since the beginning, this world at least. The physical, material world. This being controls it. And then he controls those that control the ones that tell you what to do. Sometimes we have to wake up to it and pay attention to it and try to defeat it as best as we can. I'm not telling you to go out there and fight anybody. I'm not telling you to go out there and harass people and tell them that they're of the devil and nah. We have to live in this world. We have to figure it out. Nothing is going to get better in the way that it's going now. And if you don't recognize that Christ is not going to come until we get it together, until we understand that it's us that correlates the timing of the prophecies. Until we correlate the two, we'll never be able to make it to the future and let our kids actually be free from wicked spirits or wicked beings that don't give a damn about us. This is truth. I watch my grandmother go to church every day, every 2 times a week, because she says she loves God. Not knowing that the God that she serves is the wicked God that created us in the image of the gods before us. She doesn't know the history of Caesar Borgias, of Christ, of the 12 disciples, the apostles. She doesn't know anything about the angels. She knows nothing about the creation of man. She's never read these books. She only read the 66 that was allowed for her to read. Yes, the white man gave you those 66 books. But the 66 books is just a catalyst or a bow to the arrow, which is the spirit. The spirit must be fed the spiritual things of this world from all philosophies, which is religions. These books are philosophies. Philosophies grows the spirit. It makes it mature enough to be able to see past fleshly things. A lot of us want more for ourselves, but we don't know what it is because the flesh can only see so far. The spirit can see further. We, over time, was told that the Illuminati runs the world, and they're pushing us through a new world order. A new world order. And we was told that this new world order was them bringing the world together and making it one. No. See, that's the confusion, because that's what Christ is to do. You see? So in your mind, you're trying to correlate the two. How does these go together? How can they put the world together and at the same time Christ do the same thing? No. What they want to do is separate people into faction groups. Then make those faction groups hate each other. Then make the states hate each other. Each state hate one another. New York hate Florida. California hate New York. Atlanta hate Mississippi. Alabama, Memphis. Different things like that. They want that. That's what they want. Because if you're separated off of minuscule things, ideology, they can control you. It's all about control. For those that truly run the world, not the Illuminati. They don't run the world. When you hear rule the world, don't correlate it to Illuminati anymore. Don't do that. We did that for almost 20 years now. Maybe 30. They don't rule the world, no. They are used for you to chase your tail. When you chase your tail, you miss what's really going on in the world because you're occupied. But these people, they don't work. They don't do anything. They think that we are subject to them somehow. Yeah. These people live in the world without a care, because you say one thing. You say one thing about them. Boom. You're labeled. You're labeled. And now they're building an army so that once they label you, they can run in your house, they can shoot you, they can destroy your car, they can do whatever they want. They already been doing it, but now it's going to be more overt instead of covert. Covert is in secret. It's going to be overt, where don't say nothing to me because I can have you killed. Not me per se, but those that run the world, that is now moving themselves up into the forefront. They're talked about all the time. All the time. Their God rules them, and then they rule the Illuminati, then the Illuminati rules the governments. They wear all black. Some of them. And they consider themselves orthodox. They rule the world. And somewhere along the way, we forgot that, right? The Israelites. We learned that in Genesis, in Revelations. We learned that. And then somewhere along the way, we forget that it's them, and we point towards the minions of them. Somehow, how did that happen, right? How do we recognize it's been told to us by God who's doing it, right? They stole your culture, they stole your name, they stole where you live, they stole everything from you, right? Now, you forget that and you go after someone else. Very, very interesting when you put it all together. So, say what you will, but we're in the end. And anything that's being revealed now, you should listen. Anything that's being revealed now, you should listen to anyone that is bringing it forth. So, hey, I'm Furious Black. When you get the chance, watch my videos. Thanks, guys.